So, since Justice League came out, that marks the end of superhero movies in 2017. So, like last year, I'm gonna rank all the superhero movies this year from best to worst. I won't be talking about every single movie this year that's based on a comic book, just Marvel and DC movies for now. Also, spoilers for all these movies. If you haven't seen one of these movies and don't want it spoiled, there are time codes in the description below. Alright, let's get into it.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah.
Okay, let's start things off with an unpopular opinion. I think the Lego Batman movie is pretty overrated. The movie definitely isn't bad at all, but I just didn't really think it's that great. Alright, here's what I liked about it. The voice acting is great, especially Will Arnett as Batman. The animation is just beautiful as well. The animation looks like it's stop motion, even though it's all CGI, and that's impressive. As far as what I didn't like, some of the jokes didn't land for me, but I'd say most of them did, and the third act is just really cheesy, and there's no self-aware humor that goes along with it. There's a scene devoted to literally explaining what the message of the movie was, and they don't even joke about it, so it just comes across as lazy. Overall, the Lego Batman movie was good, but not great. I'm gonna give it a 7.9 out of 10. This is undoubtedly very different from any other superhero movie out there. It's dark, really violent, and overall just a great movie. The performances in this are honestly Oscar-worthy, with Hugh Jackman giving it his all as his last performance as Wolverine. The writing is fantastic, the action scenes are brutal and intense, and the ending where Logan died was both emotional and a really bold way to end a superhero movie. As far as the negatives go, I think Xander Rice needed a little more character development, but that's about it. Overall, Logan was dark, emotional, and just an incredible movie that stands on its own. I'm giving it a 9.8 out of 10. Guardians 2 definitely isn't as good as the first movie, but it's still very enjoyable. By far, what I liked most about this was the Guardians themselves, and how they all had their moments to shine. There was some great action, some insane visuals, and the movie was just a lot of fun. As for the negatives, some of the jokes didn't land for me, and there was a lot of exposition from Ego. Aisha and the Sovereigns also felt very unnecessary, and it felt like the only reason they were in this was to set up for Guardians 3. Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was fun, but just isn't the best Marvel movie out there. I'm gonna give it an 8.2 out of 10. This was a major step up for DC and for female-led superhero movies. Wonder Woman has great performances, exciting action scenes, a great romance subplot that doesn't actually feel forced in, and has a fantastic female lead. The only things I didn't like was some of the CGI and green screen and the final battle with Ares, which is just a mess and doesn't fit in at all. Overall, Wonder Woman was pretty great, with a lot of heart and two fantastic leads. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
Based off of the trailers, I didn't think this movie would be that great, but it far exceeded my expectations. Spider-Man Homecoming had some great performances, particularly from Tom Holland and Michael Keaton, fun action scenes, and some really great writing. The only issues I have with the movie is that some of the CGI isn't great, and I just have no idea what those purple glowing rocks can do. In one scene, it splits a fairy in half, but in another scene, it blows up in Ned's backpack, and he's completely unharmed. That just doesn't make any sense. Overall, Spider-Man Homecoming was a really fun and enjoyable movie with one pretty big plot hole. I'm gonna give it a 9.6 out of 10. I just did a review for this, link in the description, but basically, Thor Ragnarok is unlike any other Marvel movie. It's incredibly funny and self-aware, has some hilarious performances, and some really entertaining action. As for the negatives, the effects don't look that good in a few scenes, and the subplot with Heimdall wasn't very interesting. Overall, Thor Ragnarok had some minor flaws, but was just a lot of fun. I'm gonna give it an 8.9 out of 10.
Come together!
I also just did a review for this movie as well, but basically, this movie is fine. Not great, not terrible, just fine. I like most of the characters, the action is fun, and there are some really good scenes in it, but it's held back by an incredibly generic villain, some plot points that don't make any sense, and Superman's weird-looking face. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, now for my ranking list from worst to best. Coming in at number 7, aka the worst superhero movie of 2017, is Justice League. Number 6 is the Lego Batman movie. Number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 4 is Wonder Woman. Number 3 is Thor Ragnarok. Number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming, and coming in at number 1, aka the best superhero movie of 2017, is Logan. Anyway, that's how I'd rank the superhero movies of 2017. Thanks for watching, remember to like this video, I'd really appreciate it, leave a comment and subscribe for more videos like this one.